Welcome back to Askewed Reviews, and we are continuing the Valentine's recommendations, and this one is a viewer request for the 2007 film Blood and Chocolate. Here is your trivia question for today. What is the name Aiden uses on his graphic novels? The answer will be at the end of this episode. So our film starts off about 10 years ago in the Rocky Mountains of Colorado. It's here we see a horrifying scene of some hunters burning down a house and killing almost an entire family. Only one young girl gets away, but there does seem to be something different about her. We then jump forward 10 years to the present day in Bucharest, Romania. Now, that young girl has grown into a beautiful woman named Vivian. Vivian, for the most part, has a pretty average life. She lives with her Aunt Astrid, and her aunt has a son named Rafe, who's a bit of an ass. Vivian works at a chocolate shop as a chocolatier. She will also on occasion hang out with a bunch of other people that seem to also have something interesting about them, and these people are led by one man named Gabriel. Not only is he the leader of the group, but also he's kind of Vivian's uncle and apparently supposed to be her mate at some point. Oh, by the way, did I forget to mention, these people all happen to be loup-garou, or werewolves. That's right, Vivian herself has the ability to change into a wolf. Now, as a loup-garou, Vivian has certain traditions she needs to uphold, one of which being, you do not fall in love with humans. Now, Vivian was all fine with that, at least until she met an artist named Aiden. Aiden is an American visiting Bucharest, learning about stories and folklore related to werewolves that he can put into the graphic novel that he's working on. So, of course, a big problem starts to happen as Vivian really starts to enjoy her time with Aiden. I mean, really starts to enjoy it. So, of course, she has to keep this romance a secret because if Gabriel or even her cousin Rafe and his cronies find out, she's going to get in a lot of trouble. So will Vivian be able to keep Aiden a secret? And will Aiden figure out Vivian's secret? This movie was directed by Katja von Garnier. Other than Garnier, there were other possibilities of directors for this film, including Po Chi Leung, Sanji Sanaka, Rupert Wainwright, Leslie Libman, and her husband, Larry Williams, although I wasn't able to find a picture of him. The movie is based off of the novel of the same name by Annette Curtis Klaus. Now, what's interesting is if you aren't aware, the reason why the book and the movie are called Blood and Chocolate is not just because of the wolves and her being a chocolatier, but about Vivian's choice as to whether or not she chooses to stay with her pack and continue to just hunt and be a wolf, or if she chooses Aiden, who is supposed to represent chocolate and be the sweeter choice. Agnes Bruckner, who played Vivian, was apparently the only American actor in an almost entirely European cast. Also, Bruckner was not actually the first choice for Vivian. They originally offered the role to Jennifer Love Hewitt, who turned it down. All of the artwork that is supposedly done by Aiden in the film was actually done by a Spanish graphic artist named Victoria Francis. Something else that's interesting if you weren't aware, loup-garou is a term that comes from actual folklore. Now, the version that they have in this film are creatures that can change into wolves, not werewolves where they're a half human, half animal hybrid. Also, they don't require the moon to be able to change. Biting and scratching also does not cause the curse to be passed on. You can only be born with it. Also in this version, loup-garou are harmed by silver and fire. The film takes place in Romania and was actually filmed there as well, although apparently some of the locations were incorrectly spoken about. So when it comes to the film Blood and Chocolate, I did enjoy the movie for the most part. It was pretty entertaining at times, and I liked the story, but I do have to say at some points it was a little slow moving. So I think I'm going to give this one a 3 out of 5. If you did enjoy the film, other movies I recommend checking out are the Underworld series, Interview with the Vampire, Ginger Snaps, and The Lost Boys. Now, as for the trivia question from the beginning of this episode, what is the name Aiden uses on his graphic novels? On all of his graphic novels, he uses the moniker AWG. This is apparently due to the fact that he does not want his father finding him and possibly killing him, apparently. So, out of curiosity, if you were part of a tribe or pack of werewolves or loup-garou, do you think you would be able to keep that a secret from your significant other? Feel free to let me know in the comments, and while you're in there, if there are any movies you'd like to see get a review, mention them there as well.